Dia Yves, Fáilte romh go léir an seo inniu don ócáid speisialta seo. Thank you very much for joining us for our annual award ceremony. There is no doubt that the past year has brought disruption to school life and routine as we know it. As a school community here in St Macartan's, we feel it is important to acknowledge the accomplishments and achievements of our students and recognise the significant contribution that they make to life here in the college. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our teachers and members of staff for their help and support in organising today's event. Our annual awards of 2021 will now begin with our first year Merit Awards.
Merit Awards are presented to first, second and third year students. These awards acknowledge students who have shown excellence both in the academic and extracurricular areas of school life. The recipients of these awards exhibit the positive qualities we value in our students here in St Macartan's College. The recipients of the first year Merit Awards are Rong Lira, Alex McVicker, Rong Liam, Luke Swift, Rong Lachlan, Conrad Oleski, and Rong Lorcan, Jamie Roddy. Congratulations and well done, boys.
The winners of the Merit Award in second year are from Rong Davidge, Amit Danashegar, Rong Donal, Sovan Patu, Rong Dara, Harry Murphy, and Rong Diarmid, Mark Trainer. Congratulations to all.
When we started out together on this junior cycle journey, none of us knew what was ahead of us. But I'm delighted to say that most of students, if not all of our students, have engaged actively in the various learning methodologies over the pandemic. And I'm delighted to announce that the third year Merit Awards go to Jack Lynch of Ron Coleman, James McKenna of Ron Connor, Damanta Savas of Conleth, and Tom Doherty Kieran.
The First Year Maths Award is presented every year to a first year student who has performed very well. They have worked hard all year and they've done well in their house exams. So this year that award goes to John Sherry. The Third Year Maths Award is presented to a student who has performed well for the 3 years that he has been in the school. The recipient this year also scored full marks in a problem-solving competition that we ran, which is a very, very amazing achievement. So the award for third year goes to Jack Lynch. The Geraldine Garvey Memorial Award is presented to a senior student who has worked hard for all 6 years that they've been in the school. It's presented in memory of Miss Garvey, who was a very talented and enthusiastic maths teacher. So the award this year goes to Finn Slater.
It gives me great pleasure to announce Matthew McVicker as the winner of the Business and Enterprise Award. In our Enterprise module in transition year, Matthew set up his own company called Coppercase. Matthew's innovative business, along with his hard work and dedication, was recognised nationally as he won overall first prize in the National Student Enterprise Award. I would like to wish Matthew and his business continued success in the future.
This next award is going for excellence in the area of DCG. It's going to Joshua Divney. Taught him for 6 years, and throughout the 6 years he's displayed great design acumen, and particularly for his project this year he's shown really good design awareness, so it gives me great pleasure to present it to Josh.
The Contribution to Music Award recipient for this school year takes his award under very unusual circumstances. He has adapted well to new ways of being taught and of learning through this year. His effort and commitment to music in the school has remained consistent. He has been a cooperative and helpful member of the music class, particularly so in the work and time he has contributed to the production of Les Miserables. The recipient of the Contribution to Music Award is Daniel Sheridan. Well done, Daniel.
This award goes to a student who always gives everything 110% effort in my class, who always produces high quality work and who continuously demonstrates great ability and love for the subject. I also wanted to mention how polite and courteous this student is in my classroom and how he always makes valuable contributions to my lessons. I look forward to seeing what he produces in art in the coming years. This Junior Visual Art Award for dedication and skill goes to Sovan Patu. This art award is for a student who continuously demonstrates great originality and creativeness in the subject and who is never afraid to challenge themselves to try new things. They have a natural ability to always think outside the box, and I have loved supporting him to unlock his creative potential. I can honestly say that I cannot wait to see the artwork he produces going forward, and I know they will have a very successful art career here at St Macartan's College. This Junior Visual Art Award for creativeness and originality goes to Mark Fox McPhillips.
Imelina, Huckrig an Ryan Gaelga, Gradam an Spraga Hora, a Vronu Seamus McCuna. Mar ahandas an Sor Irecht, a Yarna Shake, and Gaelga a Kirkencairn, Timpel Niscolia, Cogordagus a Hemis.
The Senior History Award for 2021 goes to a student who has shown an extreme diligence and aptitude for the subject since the first day that he walked into the room in 5th year. He has learned some serious research skills and has made life for me a lot easier because he's just such a good student. The Senior History Award for 2021 goes to Mark McPhillips.
It is now my honour to present the Senior Creative Writing Award. This award goes to a truly deserving 6th year student, Jamie Donoghue. Jamie is commended for his writing talent, imagination, breadth and proficiency in writing. Whether it be a short story, a speech or a poetry essay, for example, Jamie truly is a skilled author. Congratulations, Jamie, and I wish you all the best in your future. It is my privilege to present the Junior and Intermediate Poetry Awards. These awards go to 2 very deserving students. Poetry Aloud is an annual poetry speaking competition organised by the National Library of Ireland and open to all post-primary students in Ireland. This year, the competition opened for virtual entries. The winners of these awards here today reached the finals and we are awaiting results eagerly. The recipient of this year's Junior Poetry Award and the Poetry Performance Award goes to 1st year student Alex McVicker. Alex entered the finals with his wonderful performances of the prescribed poem The Smell of Cake by Sean Doon and Alex's chosen poem to recite, Monaghan's very own Patrick Kavanagh's Inniskeen Road July Evening. Congratulations and well done, Alex. I am now delighted to present the Intermediate Poetry Award to 3rd year student Daniel Keelan. Daniel entered the finals with his wonderful performances of his prescribed poem May by Kerry Hardy and his chosen poem to recite, Patrick Kavanagh's Memory of My Father. Congratulations and well done to you, Daniel.
The award for junior debating goes to the team of Pádraig Clerkin and Mattis Bobrowskis. Pádraig himself won the Ulster title last year, and Pádraig and Mattis as a team got through to the national finals this year. Due to COVID, the national finals occurred online, which is a very strange form of debating, but the boys competed very well and were very unlucky not to reach the final 8. Well done, Pádraig and Mattis. This year, the award for Senior Public Speaker goes to Nikodem Kovanchik. Since joining us in the first year, Nicodim has been a competent debater and a terrific orator. He has given of his time freely to run the junior debating club when he was in senior cycle, and there are really very few words that I can say that would express how good he is, except in the words of the Minister Dennis Naughton when he was Minister for Communications, and at a communications seminar when Nicodim was presenting his report, the Minister just stood up and said, "I don't care what you're selling, you've sold it so well, I'll buy it." Well done, Nicodim.
Hello. With no games being played this year, the GAA committee have decided to give an award for contribution made to Gaelic football in the school. This unique, and we hope one-off award, goes to a very worthy recipient, and that is Dara Trainer from the Tiholland Club. From the minute Dara joined the SEM, he dedicated himself to getting better as a player. His attitude and desire to improve every day is an inspiration for future SEM players. This year would have been Dara's third year playing McCrory Cup. He has already made a seamless transition into his club's senior team, and he's one of a very few select players who have won back-to-back Ulster Minor Championships. We wish Dara all the best in his future endeavours, both on and off the field.
Hello, Gareth Coyle here, and I am proud to announce the winner of the overall Sportsperson of the Year award for St Macartan's College in 2021. We have a very rich tradition and history of extracurricular activity in St Macartan's College. COVID-19 has obviously put a break on that, and hopefully when we return to school in September 2021 we can recreate and re-establish our extracurricular life in the school, because it's so important for the well-being of our students. I would also like to thank Mr McHugh and Ms Mulhern for all the assistance that they give, all the teachers who give up their time so freely to help our students develop in a sporting context in this school. The recipient of this award has represented the school at several sports throughout the course of his 6 years in St Macartan's College. He has played for the school at handball, at basketball and at McCrory Cup level, along with all the other Gaelic teams on the way up through his years in the school. He has shown a tremendous love for sport. He has shown a lot of dedication to training to better himself, and we wish him and all our students who have left the school all the best as they go on to the next stage in their lives, both on and off the field of play. The winner of the award for the Sportsperson of the Year for 2021 is Tiernan O'Rourke.
Díomh, Hishmahori, Scullery, Furin Sculla, we're Gade Fáilte Gaji on Sharman as Shahanu. I'd like to begin first and foremost by thanking the staff members who made this presentation ceremony possible. Our Deputy Principal, Miss Mulhern, Miss Walsh Fitzgerald, Mr Murphy, Mr Burns and Miss Kirk. Guramila Mila Mahagu Galera. Today we celebrate our students' achievements, and despite the different circumstances faced by the school community this year, our students, encouraged by their parents, their families and their teachers, to continue to strive to be the best that they could be this year. Not only do we celebrate the successes of the year, we also celebrate the successes of last year, academic success and also contributions made by students to the sporting life of this school during their 6 years with us. I begin with the award to the 2020 Best Junior Cert Student. The top Junior Cert student had an excellent 3 years as a junior student. His efforts continued into his transition year and saw him win national recognition in the Youth Enterprise Awards. The Best Junior Cert in 2020 was Matthew McVicker. My next very pleasant task is to present the award to the Best Leaving Cert student in 2020. The winner of this award was an outstanding member of the school community. He carries his natural abilities very lightly and quietly contributed in so many ways to the life of this school, be it as an outstanding student, with his sense of humour, as a sports person and a friend to so many. He joins a very small group of students who finished in first place in every set of house exams and state exams since he joined the school from Obershani National School some 7 years ago now. And our top Leaving Cert student for 2020 was Cathal Meehan, and I hand over to Cathal now.
A phríomhide a bhainteoir a thuismitheoirí agus a bhiclíonn choláiste Macartan. Is mise Cathal ó Macartan agus is cuais áthas dom caint libh sé inniu. Comáile sin tá brodan doran ormsa ará gohfuil me ima ar gáilta an sem. Ar dús, tá sé ormsa buchas a gael le phobal na scoile de bhar a cid obair a gagrú an Stramána seo. I'd like to start off by thanking the staff of St Macartan's College for their hard work and effort over the last 6 years. I'm forever grateful for their determination in helping us grow and mature into young adults, which on some occasions was probably easier said than done. Whether it's the teaching of subjects in the classroom or the delivery of extracurricular activities outside the classroom, the staff in the SEM have always went above and beyond to provide the best experience for us. I will always have fond memories of the SEM, including winning the Corna Nog in 2015 and taking part in our TY musical The Addams Family. And none of this would have been possible without the hard work and effort of the staff that goes on behind the scenes, unbeknownst to us students and parents too. To the current 6 years, I'd like to wish you all the very best of luck in the upcoming exams. Enjoy your last few days in the SEM and be grateful for them. Don't take them for granted like we did a year ago. I can still remember our last day when Mr McHugh gave every 6-year bin bag and told us to empty our locker. We walked down the hill for the last time, laughing, ripping holes in each other's bin bags, thinking we'd be back in 2 weeks after the lockdown. Over the next year, your world will become a bigger place, but it's important that you remember who you are and where you come from. In September, if someone is working or training down the country, visit them for a weekend. If someone goes to a different college, go up to them for a night or two. Or if someone goes to the same college as you, get to know them better, because at heart all SEM boys are the same. I know it hasn't been an easy year, but now more than ever it is important to be forted fidel, strong and faithful, both to yourself and to each other. Rest assured, the boys who let you copy your homework in the classroom on a Monday morning, or the boys who stood up for you whenever you started to fight in the football field, will be the same men who will be at the other end of the phone to answer a call if you are ever struggling. The SEM boys will always have your back, because the SEM is more than a school or community. It's a family. It's a place you most appreciate when you leave. Gur míle mai agah go léir as for go jaman.
Cogardigus Cathal agus gur maithagad a Grísh. Today we officially say farewell to one of our longest serving teachers, one of the longest serving teachers in the school. A teacher who has made an outstanding contribution to our school during his over 30 years with us here. Mr Meehan joined us as a PE and maths teacher. He was also, for many years, our senior Gaelic football coach, leading teams to a number of finals, including a McGrory Cup final. Our 6 years made a formal presentation on behalf of the students to Mr Meehan last week. Staff and parents will have an opportunity to mark Mr Meehan's contribution to our school in the future. On my own behalf, and on behalf of the school, I thank Mr Meehan for his loyalty, his service, his hard work and his outstanding sense of humour. Gorona bliant the fada slán si account agad Seamus, on sult a wanch as the score. So many people played such an important part in the success of this school year. A school year which placed some challenges in our way, but a school year that was in many ways an enjoyable and a successful one, especially when we look back and reflect on how our school community faced the challenges as posed. We opened, as you know, last August, thanks in no small way to the efforts of our caretaker Jimmy Cosgrove, our administration staff in the office Sarah Boyle and Laura Cullen, our prefects who helped Jimmy during the summer, our parents and past pupils who advised us and helped install safety equipment in and throughout the school. I mention in particular parents Brenda McKenna, Martin McVicker, Dr Francis Balmer and past pupil Adrian Corrigan from local firm CNI, who advised the school on how best we could open our school and how best we could open our school safely last August. Now, this was obviously not a normal year for our students. They faced restrictions as never seen before in this or any other school. There was no sport, very restricted extracurricular activities, social distancing, one-way systems, and so on. But parents, you should be very proud of your son's efforts. And I also say a special thank you to the boys for your efforts. Your efforts to keep yourselves safe, your friends and your families safe, and your school safe, and your school open. Parents and students, I know that you will join with me in saying a special word of thanks to our teachers. As a school, we led the way in online teaching and learning during the first lockdown. On our return to school in August, we began preparing for every eventuality that may present during this year. Our teachers promised that to the very best of their respective abilities, every class, every day will be taught, be it from school to students at home, from home by teachers who are absent due to COVID into school, or from a teacher's home to a student's home when our school was forced to close. We promised that every class, every day would continue. And this did happen, with very few unavoidable exceptions. And well done to everybody on this. This year has taught us that teaching and learning happens where life happens. In classrooms, in homes, and everywhere in between. And for long periods during the year, we were an anywhere school. And I'd like to think that we were a successful school despite the challenges. Thank you to all staff members, especially our Deputy Principal, Miss Mulhern, and to our digital school leader, Miss O'Shaughnessy, who ensured the smooth running of our school, especially during lockdown this year. Thank you to our teachers for your professionalism and dedication to our students. Thank you especially to our year heads, who continually kept in touch with students and parents to ensure that class continued for all, especially those who may have been inclined to disengage. On this also, thank you parents for keeping in regular contact with us and helping us to ensure that your son's education continued despite lockdown. Similarly to teachers, who tried to provide an extracurricular programme for our students, especially when COVID restrictions relaxed. And this saw a number of class activities and trips out of school in recent weeks. And thank you again to everybody who is involved in any way in these events. A special word of thanks to our Board of Management. It was chaired by Pádraig Duffy, and the members include Father Stephen Joyce, Emer Conway, Dermot McChrystal, Helen Mallon, Patricia Clark, Patrick Meehan and Paul West. They have proved to be an invaluable support to me and to the school once again this year, and on everybody's behalf, I thank them most sincerely. Last week we formally said goodbye to our outgoing senior class, our Leaving Certs of 2021, and they leave knowing that they have all, in their own way, added to the life of this school. I wish them all well in the coming weeks as they prepare for their exams and make their way to the next phase of their lives. Go dtí sibh go léir slán a bhuaigh. I conclude, as I did in our Easter podcast, and I conclude by quoting John Spillane and his song, The Dance of the Cherry Tree. Let me tell you about the Cherry Tree every April in our town. They put on the most outrageous clothes and they sing and they dance around. Hardly anybody sings or dances, hardly anybody dances or sings in this town that I call my own. You have to hand it to the cherry trees, and they seem to be saying, to me anyway, you know, you've travelled all around the sun, you know it's taken us one whole year. Well done everyone, well done. Sin deara don searmanna seo nu, go dtí sibh go léir slán agus go mbeidh beo ag an am seo arís go hairithe ag deara an todhraí do bhliain uair gur maith go bhris sem a bú.